Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this evening's midweek devotional. And as you see by the title, the question this evening is, what's the name of your advocate? I've been digging down into the old archives and I've stumbled upon an old book from 15, let me get my date right here, 1563, the original version of Fox's Books of Martyrs. Speaks about the martyrs, folks who were executed because of their faith during the Reformation in Scotland and England in the late 1500s, mid 1500s. And it kind of made me think about the Apostle Stephen, the first martyr that we know of in Scripture, and we hear about in the book of Acts chapter 7, with the account of him being charged and making a stand and saying, you know what, I'm making a stand for Christ. And whether that stand is popular or unpopular, or whether it's whatever it might be, I truly have a sense in my spirit that it's true and it's real, and I'm just not backing down from it, and I'm going to stand for it no matter what. And of course, the Jewish people around them at the time are in an absolute uproar, and they've decided they're going to kill him. And when something most amazing thing happens is right before the rocks begin to fly, right before the stones begin to fly that are going to ultimately kill him, he has a vision of Christ standing, waiting for him. And there's something profound and significant about the fact that Christ is standing in his vision, because both the book of Ephesians and Hebrews refers to the fact that Christ sits at the right hand of the Father. For him to be standing, expecting, waiting, as it were, preparing for that moment when Stephen will pass from earth to eternity, when his spirit will leave his body, speaks of an advocate who cares, who's concerned, who's motivated, who's driven, and who wants this to happen. So I want to encourage you at the moment, if you're going through something really difficult, you're going through something really hard, and you know in your spirit, and I mean, you got to really be sure about this, that it's not your opinion, but that it's really and truly God's opinion, then I assure you that God is standing, waiting for you. That He's your advocate, standing, going before the Father. The scriptures talk about how He prays for us, He intercedes for us constantly. So if you don't have that kind of advocate, perhaps you want to invite one into your heart. Perhaps you want to invite one into your life. Perhaps you want to bring one in and say, I'm going to put myself under your covering. I'm going to allow you to represent me in a hopeless scenario and allow your truth to shine through. And whether that truth is that maybe I need to let go of my rights and my will and my desire. Maybe I need to hand over some stuff and trust you that you definitely will argue the best point possible for me, then I need to trust you to do that. I don't think that Stephen giving up his life was any easier, was any more comfortable, or was any more convenient. But I do know this, that in his heart and in his spirit, the Lord confirmed something to him, and he knew that it was time for his rights to end and for God's rights to stand. I hope tonight challenges you as it has me, and if you don't have this kind of advocate, ask him. He'll meet you right there where you need him. God bless you. Good night.